Every seed must die to grow. Every seed must die to grow. Every breath we all strive to know. Then death and dying life can show. In the end of one thing, something else can begin. What is this process of dying to live and living to die? What is this complex?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a date night inspired makeup look. I'm going to be doing something that I would wear if I was going on a date. Something that makes me look very pretty, and I just want to look like I look good, but I didn't try so hard. So anyways, to start, I'm going to use my Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Primer. I love this primer because it controls the oils on my skin. My skin is very oily, so I love to use this. And I'm going to massage this into my skin. I'm going to be concentrating mostly on the T-zone, this area on my nose, forehead, chin, because it shines quicker than the rest of the face. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Black Opal Stick Foundation, and I'm going to be using the shade Beautiful Bronze. I love the stick foundation because it has like a matte finish as well. It's not very oily, so if you have oily skin, this would be great for you. I'm just applying that all over the skin. Another thing I like about this foundation is that it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy, most especially if you're going to do like a full face, concealer, and all those things. So once I'm done blending my foundation, I'm going to go straight into highlighting and contouring, and I prefer to contour first, then I highlight. To contour, I'm going to be using my Black Opal Liquid True Color Foundation, and I'm using the shade Ebony. So I draw this line starting from like the highest point right below my cheekbones, like almost close to my hairline, and then I'll go like right where my eyebrows start, and I'll draw a thin line down the sides of my nose, that side and this other side. Make sure you keep this line as thin as you possibly can, and also the space in between, because the wider those, if these lines are very far apart, your nose is going to appear bigger instead. So this helps just give your face structure, make it seem longer. So I'm just going to blend this in. And then I'm also going to blend the contour below my cheekbones, and I'm blending it upwards, like into my face. So it's the first time I'm really doing these talk through videos. Usually, okay, in the beginning I used to be so shy, so I'll just film and not say anything. But I don't know, how am I doing? I'm trying to get more comfortable in front of the camera. For highlight, I'm going to be using this Black Opal Total Coverage Concealer, and I'm going to be using the shade Nutmeg. I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand as well. This concealer has like full coverage. If you're looking for full coverage, this should be the concealer to use. I like to use Black Opal products because they have like really nice shades, like tones for women of color. So when I'm applying this concealer, I blend it the minute I put it on my skin, and for that I'm going to be using my beauty blender. So I just immediately blend it because you wouldn't want it to dry. It dries up when it's on the skin. So if you need me to do a full detailed highlighting and contouring video, just let me know. I put a bit of concealer on the center of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and I'm just blending that out. Then I'll go over my jawline with the excess product on the beauty blender.
Every seed may start to grow. Every breath we all strive to know. Then death and dying.
I'm just trying to make sure everything is blended. You need to take your time while blending because blending is key. So now I'm going to set, and for that I'm going to use my Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder. So the first place that I like to set is under the eyes because I don't want that part to crease. So now that I'm done setting the highlighted places, I'm going to set the places that I contoured, and for that I'm going to be using this Black Opal Translucent Powder in the shade Deep. I love this powder. I talk about that all the time. I've been using this powder for the longest time. It's so good for contouring. It just gives my face warmth. It gives me like a glow. It's like a bronzer at the same time. You see that? Guys, I feel like this is my real face, like right after I'm done contouring and my cheekbones are on point. I'm going to go over the places I highlighted again, and I'm going to be using this Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish Powder, the MAC Skin Finish Powder. So once I'm done applying the powders, I like to go straight away and set so that by the time I'm done doing my whole face, it's glowing and all the powders have dissolved. Always put a generous amount of this. It just helps to snatch everything. So now I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows and then highlight. And for highlighting, I'm going to be using my favorite Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to use the shade Bronze. That's the shade I like to use in this palette. I feel like it matches my skin tone very well. I usually get a small eyeshadow brush, and that's what I use to highlight the topmost part, my eyebrow bone. Just the corner right there where my eyebrow arches from. I don't take the highlight all over my eyebrow bone. And then on the bridge of my nose, I sort of draw like an exclamation mark. Like a little bit there, blend that in with my finger, and then in the tip of my nose. Sometimes I use a highlighter to highlight the inner corner, or I use eyeshadow. So to apply the highlight on my cheekbones, I'm going to be using a fan brush, and I put that on the topmost part of my cheekbones. I just use a back and forth motion, and I'm using a very light hand. You'd rather apply little by little and then just keep building instead of putting a lot of product all at once on the skin. It would be harder to blend that way.
What is this complex struggle to strive and to survive?
I usually like to go over my highlight with this Black Opal Baked Blush. It just adds a bit of color. It's like a blush and a bronzer all at once. For blush, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. blush palette. To apply the blush, I'm just using a fluffy powder brush to do that. And I'm going right in between my highlight and my contour. Still using a back and forth motion. Now I feel like I'm done with the face, so I'm going to get right into the eyes, and I'll start by blending this highlight. For the eyes, I'm going to be using this Fauque Allure. Guys, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yeah, I'm using this palette. And to start, I'm going to be using this neutral shade right here. It's like a cream beige, I don't know. So this is what I'm going to use to blend this highlight on my eyebrow bone. I'm just going to get a small, precise eyeshadow brush to do that. And I'm just going to get a bit on the brush and then just take that all over my eyebrow bone. Like I said, I only put the highlighter on like that small part of my eyebrows where they arch from. So it's this shade that I'm taking all over the eyebrow bone. Oops, I feel like it's a bit too light, so I'm just going to try and blend it in a little more. It's the first time I'm using this palette, so I'm not used to the shades. But looks like they're very pigmented as well. When I'm blending colors on my lid, I like to start from on the outer part of my eyes, going inwards, like out. So I'm going in first with the burnt orange, and then I'll use this other shade. So what I do is that I start with a lighter shade, and then I keep building. I keep trying a darker shade and a darker shade, and then before you know it, I have like a smoky eye going on. I want to try and use this shade, the brown. It's like a brown shade, I don't know. So that's what I'm going to use in the innermost part of my crease. And I'll keep it on the outer part because I want to create like that smoky eye effect. I won't drag that dark shade all the way. So when you're blending colors on the eyes, it's good if you put very little product on your brush and then you just keep on building. So I've gotten a more precise eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use this brush to put the same color I put on my crease on my lower lash line. So to blend that out, because it's too harsh, I'm going to use this burnt orange brown shade. So I'm going to go back into the crease with this same eyeshadow fluffy brush. So I keep going back and forth on the eyes just so that everything can be blended and seamless. So once I'm done blending in the colors of the crease, I'm going to apply eyeshadow on my lid. And for that, I want to use this, I don't know guys, I'm torn in between this bronze gold and then that one. So let me just see how they look. What do you think? And then I'm going to swatch the brown. I don't know if it's a brown, shimmery purple. I don't know what color that is, but anyways. And then I think I'll like this one a lot. I should have used this in my inner corners, but then I already put a bronze color. So guys, I think I'm going to go with the gold. The gold looks really nice. Yeah, I'll go in with this because it's not very bright. It's a bit dull, but then it still has some sort of effect. But let me just do the gold. Let's see how that goes. I like to apply colors on the lid using my fingers because I just feel like the shade just comes out more intense that way. Ooh, guys, that gold is intense. I know in the beginning I said I was going to do something a bit softer, but then now this gold is just, I'll just turn this out into something else. So I'm going to go all the way. My intention was to use something soft on the lid and to look very natural, but I guess we're going to look extra for this date, right? After I'm done packing the eyeshadow onto my lid, I'm going to go back in with that same brush I'll use to blend, and I'm just going to blend that. You want everything to just flow, like to look very blended and seamless. I'm going to line my eyes with a Black Opal automatic eyelining pencil, the shade black. And I'm going to use this on my lower lid. Not the lid. I'm just going to line my waterline using this, taking it all the way. And then I'm also going to line the lid. So I'm going to go over that eyeliner that I put on top of my lid with the Huda Cosmetics. So when I'm using liquid liner, I like to like draw small lines and then I just connect them, like join them together. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Black Opal Volumizing Mascara. So I did my lashes off camera, but now I'm going to go straight into my lips, and I'm going to be using the Colourpop lipsticks. I'm using the shades Cookie and Grunge. So the Cookie is like a nude, and then the Grunge is like a brown shade. I'm going to be using the Grunge on the outer part of my lip just to line the lips, and then the Cookie on the inner part of my lips. Now I'm using the Cookie.
What is this complex struggle to strive and to survive?
I just feel like this lip needs a little extra something, I don't know. And I think that extra something is gloss. I know I always do gloss like every other day, but gloss is like the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'm going to be using the Luster lip gloss, the Black Opal Luster gloss. This is like my everyday gloss. It has like an orange tint to it, but it's very faint. So I literally put it on top of any lip color that I do, and it just like makes it pop. I've like literally gone from 0 to 100 just with gloss, guys. I don't know if it's just me. What do you think? And another thing as why I love applying gloss like all the time is because it's easy to like reapply. If it goes off, it's just easy to touch up with the gloss than with a matte lip. The only bad thing is that it might stay on your glass or cup when you're drinking something, but it looks bomb, so we'll just go with it. So that was it, guys. This is my date night inspired makeup look. Recreate this look, tag me on your social media if you do, subscribe to my channel, comment, give me feedback, guys. I love to hear from you guys, and thanks for showing me so much love and for subscribing, and for those of you who haven't, just subscribe, yeah.